Yes, welcome. Welcome, everybody. This is the Other Morning Show. I'm TruePowerIsMine. Today's date is 1/4/2019. Yes, friends, we finally made it here, all of us together. Um, I want to go through some deals today. Just a little random. I just got off the phone with Dimebag. He's actually on his way to Colorado. So he's going to be getting the year started off moving about. So I'm here at the helm tonight, the Other Morning Show. Got some wonderful things to say. Got some great news. We do have the folks from the International Peace Movement. Hopefully we will have them coming up on the 18th of this month. Please join us. The call-in line is up and running. Thank God. 636-209-5044. But tonight we're going to be going in and talking. First, I want to kind of just touch on what me and Dimebag was talking about on the phone pertaining to child support laws and the way he said that there was some sort of research that there's some sort of loophole about a guy just being that petty, going and filing bankruptcy, and all of a sudden his child support debt, or hers, I'm assuming it's true for women, is somehow magically wiped away. Okay, well, I don't know what to say to all that nonsense. I was just trying to articulate to Dimebag that we will all be better off if we could just get government out of legislating behavior, get them out of the relationships between human, other than physical ones and violent ones. Obviously we can't, let people just run around here beating up people or murdering people or whatever the case may be. Still keep laws pertaining to assault and all that, and battery and all that stuff. But when it comes to, like, for instance, even though I'm not a Mormon, okay, I'm not a Mormon, but I guess if I was, I would feel kind of persecuted because of the fact that I couldn't really be the person I feel I should be. If I felt that I should have 4 or 5 wives, because I'm Mormon, I grew up being a Mormon or whatever, and I wanted, 4 women. I can't do that legally. But yet, if you're a dude, you can get your pee-pee chopped off, and we all have to call you a female. We all have to call you Miss. Or if you're, a chick, you can grow a beard. We have to call you Mister. Or, if you want to marry, I guess I'm assuming as long as you marry, obviously an adult, I don't have no issue with that. So, I'm not even going there. But I'm just saying that I think that if we could get legislation and allow people to have the freedom to interact or not interact in different relationships, we'll probably be better off as society. And I'm excited to say what's going to change this. What's really going to change this is automation. Automation. When we have to finally have universal income for all. Seriously. You might not be able to open up business at this point, but you can pay your bills, whatever they may be at that particular time. Then we're going to see a change in dynamics, because one thing I will agree with Dimebag, a lot of young ladies and men out here are marrying people just for money. They're marrying, and that's never a good thing, So let me start off this year with some wisdom to y'all. All right. If you choose, and it is a choice, if you choose to get married, you decide to get married, make sure you have some sort of spiritual connection with this chick or with this fella. Because if you don't, then chances are you won't make it. All right. Now, that being said, let's get into it. I want to start off by blasting this guy here, Ted Nugent. I want you guys to hear. Hold on. I want to hear some of this rhetoric, and I'm gonna bust it out to really expose how old boy's lying. I don't know if the sound on,
because the public.
Okay. Now, I'm not even gonna jump on Joe Rogan yet, but hold on. Let's go here and just listen to what old boy says.
They don't realize I never went to college because I was too busy learning shit.
All right, let's one more time, just one more time, just for the record. Listen to this blustering buffoon.
They don't realize I never went to college because I was too busy learning shit.
Lie. That's a straight up lie. And the way we can explain it, if I can go to the other one, you're going to hear him talk to Joe. He's going to come right out the gate. Let's just talk about my Vietnam, I went to college, and he's going to say that he went to college to avoid Vietnam. So, hold on. Maybe it's on this one. If not, then...
However, 1911, the last of the California University, Sexton Pope came and studied Ishi. This Yanni, this eight of them, late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, come on, guys.
It's my first kill, November.
Wait, hold on. I'm just going to do this. Canadian draft Dodger story. All right, just to make it really quick and really easy.
They mentioned songs we didn't.
Hold on.
When they station here, my friends were right. You do deserve me.
And to see you in a long form conversation rather than these sound bites. They
high times. And by the way, Joe, you know me pretty well in the last 3 hours. If I had shit on myself to get out of the draft, do you think for a minute I would deny it? No, I would have a riot with it. It was a story.
What was that?
Yes, you would. You would shit yourself, Mr. Ultimate Killer. You would.
About?
I went in and got my draft physical. And by the way, when I went in 1969, I was Superman. I literally would hurdle Volkswagen.
Yeah, I could get, this guy, I could just see him being a Superman back in the 60s, probably, flying right through the streets of, Detroit or wherever he's from, the Detroit Madman. Let's hear more of this lies.
Wagon bugs. I was all muscle and sinew. I was Superman. I was the most athletic, running, jumping gazelle known to man. And I went in for I didn't know anything about Vietnam. I didn't know anything about war. My dad was a war hero, but nobody talked about it. I never heard of the Bataan Death March. I graduated from the American education system, so I knew nothing. And there was all protests around me, but I wasn't really tuned into the protests because I was making music every day. I mean, just obsessed with the Amboy Dukes and playing gigs every night. And I didn't pay attention. I never watched a newscast in my life, but I was given a draft notice and I went down. I had my draft physical and I passed with flying colors. And I got a draft card in the mail a couple months later through my mom and dad's house, and wonder why. But not a deferment. It's a designation. I was in Oakland Community College.
Hold on. Now, what did he say? Hold on. Now, where was he at?
Deferment. It's a designation. I was in Oakland Community College at the time.
I was in Oakland Community College at the time. Now, let me just jump back to my notification so we can get back to where he's all blustering.
I'd run for mayor of my hometown.
I wouldn't.
They don't realize I never went to college because I was too busy learning shit.
Yeah, learning how to lie. He actually looks like Jenner, pre-op or whatever. But anyhow, the only reason why I bring this guy up is because he basically represents most of the right-wing narrative as it has mutated today. And just as he's disingenuous about his draft dodging and college experience, so are they too about conservatism and its true go. Now, I guess against better thought or whatnot, I reached out to a certain somebody today that if they come back, it would be a total shock to have this individual on our show. I don't want to throw out no names just yet because I don't want anybody being, oh my, what's he thinking? But, if this gentleman decides to come on the show, I think we'll have a good discussion, a very interesting one. But I want to get down to the meat of the matter. How to change us from this epic whirlwind of propaganda, this epic whirlwind of hate, and this epic whirlwind of fear. How to change us from that state to a state of basically being a genius, of being a creator, of like art and writing and poetry. It is time for us to make this paradigm shift. You know, the good old days of marching troops in and taking over stuff, you know, it's kind of just that, a romantic notion of a fantasy, because it was never good to go in and murder people and steal their resources. And I hate to tell you guys, you know, I know the propaganda machine's all about, oh yeah, United States did this bad, the USA did that bad. You know, we're not alone. Every other country, you can spin a globe and put your finger and where it lands, those people have done some vicious crap too. So let's not just jump on, you know, the United States is such an evil bandwagon, because honestly, the folks that are projecting that at us, at the citizenry, they have no love for us. So we better get with it. We better understand that right now, they actually have a working, and honestly, from what my sources have told me, ever since 1976, I believe this thing was in operation. But they have had this killer robotic vehicle, for lack of better words. Now, you're like, well, you know, we all know about drones and all this crap. Yes, 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 yes. But we really don't know about AI, because AI is just as fluid as water. It changes from day to day. It changes its own programming, its own subroutines. So therefore, it's pretty obvious. We had Tay and that other AI that went rogue when DeepMind released them, 4 or 5 years ago. They turned into a bunch of racists. The way if you look on the internet right now, there's truly an anti-human slant on most Western news. You know, we're overpopulated. Oh, we're destroying Mother Earth. Oh, we're evil. Blah, 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 blah. And you are none of that. Humans, you are none of that. But those in power seek to change your perspective. And once they get you to believe this nonsense, then it's easy to jump on the trains and end up in a place where you probably don't want to end up in. Now, my whole purpose, once again, for these shows, it's been the same from the beginning, and it's going to be the same until whatever. It's just for pure education. I'm not here to indoctrinate nobody. I'm not here to revel rouse and all that stupid shit. I am just here to get you guys to think about the next move, because the next move is going to be very, very important. Because if we don't get it, if we don't get this next move right, then what's going to happen? You know, and I believe it's going to happen, or else I wouldn't prep as much as I prep. What's up, Rico? When will Mark from Anaheim return? What's up, brother Albert? Well, I mean, the return of the sender could happen at any moment. I could literally reach over to my phone, call him up right now. I mean, but that's not what it's not just about Mark, Rico. This isn't about Mark. Mark is a great soldier on the front line. No fucking doubt about it, man. No doubt. But this is more about everybody. It's more about what you bring to the table, Rico. What you bring to the table, brother Albert. What you bring to the table, the other listeners out there. Everybody's bringing in information that's valid. Now, granted, Mark has brought us information from first-hand accounts, actually being on the ground. But all of us can do vile research. All of us can be a part of the plan. And the plan has to be implemented this year. So, once again, I'm telling everybody, the other morning show is evolving. We're going to, I might even do the show on the 18th from the St. Louis Art Museum. I want to be on site. It won't be a live show, obviously. You won't be able to call in, per se, unless you have my personal number. Then I guess you probably could call in. But either that's neither here nor there. I want to start interviewing random people. I want you all to start seeing and understanding these random people, unscripted now, no hocus pocus, no setup jobs, and just be straight natural with it. Because I think, now this is just my assumption, I think that if we can get out here and you can actually see this doing, feeding the homeless, going to homeless shelters, actually talking to folks, going to abandoned buildings, showing you graffiti up in there, going to explore caves and shit. I mean, just doing shit. It's cool sitting up in here, trust me, especially tonight in a nice warm house, talking. But it's also better to be out there in the field, man, and doing it and showing you guys how it, not to be arrogant or nothing, but how it should be done. Damn it. We're going to get out here, thank God for our financial backers out there, those taking, the time to hit us up on Patreon, TruePowerIsMine at Patreon. Made it super simple. We did get rid of the P.O. box and all that good stuff. I basically have a way to drop ship t-shirts now, so we can do things of that nature. So now that we're doing a couple of things, we finally can start motivating. And hopefully we're also going to team up with Cobra Immortal and start doing shows at his venues. When he's doing a show, the other morning show or special report or random BS one, somebody's going to be there doing a live show as well. And so we're looking forward to 360 total spinning up on this thing, man, because we got a great platform here, guys. It's all because of you listeners out there, the ones who realize, if you first look at us, you're like, man, these guys, I don't know. But you listen to us and you see where our hearts are at and where we're really coming from with all this. You have been so supportive, and just want to say thank you for all that. So now let's go to the news here real quick. I just want to jump over here to the news, because I'm sure there's some crazy that's going on. I can sense it in my bones. And, I just want to say we all should be happy as fuck that the Dow jumped up those fucking points today. Because if not, it would have been a very, very bad day. All right, what have we got? Oh, shit. I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not even going to say, look at that picture. And I believe this is the one they were talking about. That's a Quran. I mean, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's a woman. That's an Arab. That's a Muslim. That's this and that's whatever. As long as this woman understands liberty, free speech. I want to say personal property so bad, but we all know that would be a straight up lie because you really don't own nothing. Then, I'm cool. Hold on. What do we got here? This is trying to get everything in frame so you guys can see the headlines too. I'm not doing some censorship. Big jobs, yes. Now it's it's Hispanic unemployment. Ooh, Marine integrates male-female platoon during boot camp. Ooh, integrates. Starship Troopers here now, guys. They integrated. But how come, like, for real, though, hold on, you guys have to see this full picture. You can't, this guy, someone's going to snap your neck like that. You might want to, I mean, look at the size. This cat's arm and her arm, drastically different, especially up in this area. And look at that. Look at that shoulder. And look at this bicep, the forearms. Look at the forearms. But she's fit. This chick is fit. You can tell she is. So, listen, as weaponry and technology advances, just like, at one time when Model Ts came out, you had to hand crank that son of a gun to get it to go. Now, you have electric starter. It opens up the door. It just opens up the door. So, that is what it is. And the way our, military recruitment efforts have been waning, any woman who's really willing and wanting to do all that, more power to her. And I'm not just being politically correct bullshit. Fuck, they got to eat as well. Fuck that. you know. But the reality is, it's not going to be a war. The next war ain't going to really be like you think. It's not going to be a good old World War II humdinger. It's going to be a bunch of crazy shit that you have never even thought that even existed. Okay, hold on. FBI using Amazon facial recognition. Can you even see that? That's this one right here. You know. Oh, that's just okay. So what I'm gonna do now. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to let me see if we're gonna get we're gonna get a dime bag on the line here.
Yo.
Hey, I'm live on the internet right now. You got a couple moments to talk?
What time is it? Come on.
All right.
Live?
Yeah, we're right. It's already, yeah, people are listening to you right now. We were talking about the child support thing. I opened up the thing with that. And I did, you know, I was still unsure about the legality of it all. You know, is there any way you can kind of clarify that?
For it's like what the if the state, this is only if you're already in dealings with the state where the state is involved, and you need immediately release. If you file Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you cannot go to jail for not paying child support. They cannot suspend your license. They cannot garnish your check. Everything stops immediately once that paperwork's filed.
And that's supposed
immediately. Everything comes to a screeching halt.
And
don't take my word for it. If anybody have any questions, all they got to do is call a lawyer. They'll tell you literally what I just told you.
Yeah, but the only bad thing about it, we all know that lawyers, you know what I'm saying, often will not talk to people, you know what I'm saying, pro bono. You know, they you know, they call it retainer for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if then you know, one day if you ain't doing nothing, you know, go on whatever, go look the law up yourself. It's right there.
You know, myself I was just want to get to the point to where we all have the universal, not healthcare, but universal income. So basically, because when we was talking about our whole conversation, it was basically an economic one. You know, it was economic one based with laws based upon, you know, religious traditions or whatever have you. You know, so my whole thing is once that universal income comes in, then, you know, people will basically be free to do whatever they want, you know. But I wanted to talk more about the women sharing thing that you was talking about and how you was explaining it.
Oh, yeah, like most women live polygamous lifestyles and don't even know it.
But is that by choice or just because they're with guys that cheat on them? You know what I'm saying?
The majority of the time, these women are well aware of these men are like screwing other women. Like they know.
So you
think they know?
But I don't think it's like where they're all cool. I'm just showing everybody the analytics, how they shut me down. Like all my traffic now is in the United States.
It's really none of her fucks. It's really none of his fucks if she cares or not. He's just doing what a natural man's supposed to do in the first place. This is simple biology. This is simple biology. When we have a prize for the lion. It's simple biology. A man, you actually take something away from a man. A man was never put here to be with one woman in the first place. That's why it's more women than men in the first place. when
wars have a lot to do with that, and then once again, it goes back to how many humans are on this planet.
I don't think war has anything to do with it. It's just a man's natural instinct is to go around and poke as many females as he can. That's simple biology. When you have for example, you have a pride of lions. That male lion, he don't just screw one of the female lions, he impregnates them all. The same with baboons. All this
but
stuff.
Each of those examples never have a higher, they never have a higher thing.
We are the only, if you rarely sell them, except for swans, find species that only be with one woman.
Well,
the whole one woman, one man thing, the numbers don't add up.
But I have to respectfully disagree. The numbers do. We're 8 billion strong on this planet, so the numbers are where they should be. I'm just saying that don't you think as the species gets more intelligent, like everything you have told me, or everything that you shared, it's
the whole one man, one woman concept was the idea of a man. A man came up with that idea. That's not something that we naturally, are born with that type of instinct. That was ingrained into you. You're indoctrinated with that.
Well, we're indoctrinated with the very speech we're using now.
Most men with a woman don't cheat because it's that urge. It's just something he needs something of that the other woman. Like I can be in love with one woman, but I can go multiple women. I ain't gonna have no feelings for them.
No, I'm just saying. You're just saying that the guy cheats because he's having urges and all that. I'm just saying, couldn't he just be a weak-minded dude that just can't keep his word?
No, he's doing what he's naturally supposed to do. That's for one man to be with one woman is simply unnatural to the male human species. That's unnatural. That's not the, and that's why I always been saying the pecking order has been. That's why stuff is in chaos because the pecking order has been disturbed.
Let's break it down. For one, if you're a guy and you have multiple women, right? Especially if they don't live underneath your same roof, how are you going to defend that family from attack? You got one family on the ridge over there, you got one family underneath the valley there, you got one family over there in the plain.
Attack from who?
Attack from who? Up until modern times, warfare was pretty common. You kind of needed a large population, or else you would be subjugated and possibly thrown into slavery.
Pretty common since we've been on this planet. That's nothing. That's nothing. I mean,
Hold on. When's the last time you've been in warfare in the United States of America? When's the last time you had to worry about walking out your house and being blown up by a mortar? Ever in your life?
What does that have to do with the man being with multiple women?
It has everything to do with a man being with multiple women. Because once you get to the point to where men in the society cannot procreate, irrespective of their economic status in society, if they do not have ways or means of offspring, when the people who have been in women with relationships like that get to their numbers, they will conquer the very few that you do have. You might have 20 guys with 100 chicks, but they're all, one guy has 5, one guy has 6, but they're not procreating. And then not only that, here's the real damning part. As these genes are getting,
what do you mean they're not procreating?
As these genes,
what do you mean?
As the genes are being distributed to the women, they won't actually, the genetic diversity won't really be there. In other words, that first generation might be cool, obviously because it's the dad with the 4 or 5 chicks or whatever. But then the generation after that we start getting tangy, because then any genetic, because you'll start having brothers, you'll start having half brothers and half sisters potentially mating, and then you'll have cousins and things of that nature.
Do you know how it's not enough men to do that?
What planet are you living on? We got 8 billion people. We got 8 billion people here. We actually have people saying that there's too many human beings here.
And the majority of those 8 billion people are women. Always have and always will be. This planet, it's never been a moment on this planet where there have been more men than women. It's like that for a reason. Because it's not a man's natural instinct to be with one woman. That was something that was ingrained in his head. He was indoctrinated with that. That goes against the law of nature. It's never been meant for a one man, one woman. Somebody made that up.
And okay. Do you believe in evolution, right? You believe in evolution at all? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you know that evolution would dictate natural selection and natural selection. Right. And evolution would dictate if a species tries to do certain behaviors and it doesn't work on the long haul, what happens is you fail to see that behavior basically out there. In other words, if you saw cats jumping into water, going on water to try to get their dinner instead of running on the ground, the cats that choose to participate in that behavior, they just don't exist no more because, it just wasn't fruitful.
What does this have to do with one man being with one woman?
Because one man
women
and one woman,
all the time, every day, all day.
If you look at the world population, you see.
If you look at the world population, all you have to do is look at the numbers. The numbers speak for itself. It's not enough men. Somebody's sharing somebody.
World pop. No, that's what I'm saying. You can do this without the share. Because most people don't, it's pretty tangy to be sharing those juices like that, dude. I don't care how you try to romanticize it. It's pretty tangy.
It's not enough. It is not enough men on this planet for every woman to have a man.
We're going to right now. I'm posting the current world population is 7 billion. Hold on, let me get this on frame. I want to see everybody to see this. So it's like 7,600,792,3,200 and rising. All right. So China's number 1. We're number 3. We're holding up there. But the thing about it is, let's just stick to the United States. If we're number 3, that's a large. We can use the United States. That's a pretty good sample of people right there. Yeah, but I can't.
It's not even enough.
This is Indigo.
Alone to give every woman a man.
I mean, I guess the situation. What I'm saying is, I guess the reason why you don't find polygamy or whatever is because it's not really sustainable. I guess in the long run, it sounds good on paper.
People are already living that lifestyle, but not reaping the benefits from it. They're already living that lifestyle. There's no benefits, dude. Seriously, and I'm just gonna break it down just the way it is. There's no benefit.
Okay, and going and getting sloppy seconds. There's just no benefit.
If you think it ain't no benefit in a relationship, you're kidding yourself.
No, I just said there's no benefit in sloppy seconds. Even from I'm talking about from the male's point of view, there's no sloppy seconds. Obviously, from the male's point of view, but see, you have to be a mature mind to see a relationship is made with
who's getting
both.
Wait a minute. You said that somebody's going to get sloppy seconds. Who's getting the sloppy seconds?
Okay. Are we not talking about polygamy, right? So sloppy seconds is any of the people involved in this multi-person relationship. They're all getting sloppy seconds, technically, except for the man. And that's only assuming the women aren't stepping out of that relationship to subsidize anything that they may need to be subsidized with.
But you don't know that. You don't know. Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows what?
Who knows that? Any woman can be had at any given minute, any given moment.
No, hold on. Now check this out. Albert's right. I don't know if you can see the chat room there. True, Dimebag. Even the men that ain't locked up is gay, which kills the future of men. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. There's never been 100% participation anyhow. There will always be certain men or women that don't want to participate anyhow. Point.
That's what you're not understanding. That's my whole point. For one, it's not enough of us. For two, and then if you eliminate,
that's what I'm saying.
Then if you eliminate the gays, that makes it even less of me. If you eliminate the men that's in jail, that's over the age of 65, under the age of 18, and the ones that's gay, that shrinks that pool of men even smaller compared to women. Somebody's going to be sharing.
No, but see,
which is going on right now as we speak.
I agree with this statement right here. They restricted men by financial means. Otherwise, men would have unlimited wives and offsprings. Yes, there's plenty of room for more. Yes, I agree with that.
That's what I've been saying.
I agree with that.
That's 100%. That's basically what I've been saying. Basically what I've been saying. It's a reason why there's more women than men, because it's a man's natural. It's natural for a man to be with multiple women. That's just natural. That's when it does something to a man when he has to be with just one woman. It does something to them. It takes something away from them.
It does the same thing.
Video I seen.
What's that?
It was this video I seen. They had these two lab rats. It was a male and a female. They put them in this cage together for about a week or two. The two, they slept together, they ate together, they did everything together. Then all of a sudden one day the male was off in a different part of the cage by himself. And every time the female rat would go over there to the male, he would like hiss and fight her off and make her leave. So after 2 days of the male staying in that corner, they put another female mouse in that cage with the other two mice. What do you think that mouse did?
Don't have a clue.
He went over there and fucked the rat that they put in the cage. That's what he did. And then all three of them were playing around and everything. He was back on the little hamster wheel, everything. Everything was back in order.
Well, my whole thing is this here.
Immediate.
You know, I mean,
immediate.
My whole thing is here, dude. There's enough room for everybody. You know, and if people want to participate in that lifestyle, let them participate in that lifestyle. I'm not down with that personally, because I think that's kind of weak.
You're not understanding. But no, how's it weak? People are already doing it.
I don't care.
People are already doing it.
Look, people are weak, dude. So I don't care. I don't care who's doing it. How is a man weak for sleeping with multiple women when that's his natural instinct to do that? Wait. Once again, you keep throwing out natural instincts,
that's a natural behavior.
So what about so Jenner is Bruce Jenner being natural when he was being a woman and a man at the same? Come on, man, there ain't nothing natural.
Bruce Jenner is still a man. At the end of it, it don't matter what he looks like. It's still a dude.
No, hold on, no. But many people are doing it, dude. Many people, RuPaul, Tyler Perry, probably go down that route. Many people are doing it. So you got to bow down.
Well, that's on them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That whole
day,
cheating shit is on them. People who choose to participate in that shit, it's on them. You know, it's up to you to decide if you want to do that or not.
All that does is shrink the pool of eligible men for women, which women already outnumber. So there is not enough men for every woman. Somebody is going to have to share, and they've already been doing it. So why not cohabitate together? It's benefits in that. Why do you think these sick, nasty people get in these cults and they have these compounds with all these women and stuff? And they not only are they getting unlimited publicity, they're getting government subsidies for this stuff too. There is benefits in this.
Well, if you look at it like this: universal
It's a
law.
lot of money involved in it.
There's universal law to make babies, a male plus female. And then the man wants naturally to be with multiple women to leave his family lineage. You know, listen, I'm not saying it's natural to want to go, and if someone does you wrong, it's natural to do a lot of things, but you have to have restraint.
One woman is not the natural order.
No, hold on.
One man, one woman is not
I'm just
the
saying
natural
that
order.
you have to have restraint to do, like, for instance, it's natural to want to pass a motherfucker on a 2-lane road. They're going slow as hell. But, you know, there's windy-ass curves. You know that, you know, the road could be slick or something. So you go past them and you wreck. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing shit that's natural. You know, you want to get around this motherfucker. That's why you have to have restraint. If you do not have restraint, then you don't have intellect. You don't have intellect, then you're just a beast. You're just really a beast upon the land. And I'm sorry, bud, but we're past that point. We're past that point. Automation is going to pass that.
Why do you think?
Because there's two types of people down here on planet. There's people who believe that they come from God, and then there's people who believe they come from animals. The ones who believe they come from God, they hold on to these these restrictions. The people who tend to believe that they come from animals embrace the beast. So we have to find some sort of common ground.
We are beasts. We are animals.
No, we're divine children of the God, the true God of the universe.
We are animals.
We're divine children of the God of the universe.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We're just an evolved organism that was on this freaking planet. That's all we are. We are animals. We're males, and that's what we
actually
do.
Divine children of the Most High. He created the universe,
one man to be with one,
and he created us all.
Okay, I guarantee you. If you go find, I can go find Tim Everyman right now and put a hot bad chick, a bad bitch, ain't that what they call it, bad bitch?
Yeah.
Put a bad bitch right in his face, and I guarantee you, he's only gonna if he feels he's only gonna contemplate 3 scenarios at the most. If he thinks he can get away without his spouse knowing that he's gonna screw this chick and get away with it, he's gonna screw that chick because that's natural to
That's
him.
only if he's a man without morals and intellect. You're absolutely right. If he's a natural beast, man, evolved from ape, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He will go and fuck this chick. But if he's a man of the divine creator and created in that creator's likeness, he can overcome all that.
Right, and a man,
like right here, they just said in the room, Dimebag, we are not animals. We are created with will and can be good or bad. Animals can only do things what the Most High created them for. That's pretty much true. That's a fact.
No, we're animals. That's a fact.
I mean, think about it, though. It makes sense. It makes sense. Those who don't have belief will behave just like you said. But those with faith and belief will be standing on something. Is it factual? You know?
Is it factual? I'm only dealing with the facts. I'm not dealing with this. But
the proof's in the pudding, though.
What I believe.
The proof's in the pudding.
Any of that bullshit. Are you coming with facts or are you coming with feelings?
It's
because I only deal in logic and reason.
I mean, look around. Look at how many billions of people are out here.
Exactly. Reality. And I'm going to show you some reality right now. Okay. If women ain't man sure, why only 30% of all black babies in this country are made by black men? If women ain't man.
Listen, hold on. And you don't want to hear it. There's a lot of brothers who are gay out there. There are a lot of gay brothers. Period. That's what it is. You just don't want to hear it. It's hard.
You kidding me? For one, from the ages of 18 to 62, I'll go back to this again. You can look this up. I found this on blackdemographics.com.
Mm-hmm.
From the ages of 18 to 62, there are 2 million more black women than men.
Once again, it doesn't matter.
So if you exclude the ones that's in prison and that are gay, that makes that pool of men even smaller.
Right.
Now, you telling me that all these black women ain't screwing?
I'm telling you they are.
They're man-shuring.
I'm telling you they are. And I'm also telling you.
The majority of women man-shur just on the sheer numbers, the majority of women, man, share is not enough Peter to go around for them to have their own one. Somebody has to share it. It's what I'm saying.
That okay. When you say share, I know what you mean. Enough. But the listeners, they won't understand what you mean.
One woman, it's never been like that, and it never will be like that.
The whole sharing bit, they're not sharing. They're being cheated on.
Because he doesn't. Because he chooses to only sleep with one woman. You can't call him weak for behaving the way he's supposed to behave. You can't call him weak.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm not gonna do no evolutionary hall pass on people unwilling to calm down their animal side. If you can't calm down your animal side, you are a part of the problem. You know, if you cannot be in control of yourself, you're a part of the problem.
Neutering,
bottom line, yeah.
Emasculating, and neutering men.
But the bottom line is the person that has these morals, the person that has these guidelines, and they follow it, then they are really stronger than the person. Oh, I'm just an ape. Just a monkey. Let's just evolve. Come on, man.
Name your sword.
Huh?
Name your sword. Name your source, because you sit up here and emasculating men.
I'm not emasculating nobody. I'm trying to give them the truth. And if they can't handle the truth, I can't stop the truth from being the truth. Because guess what? The Most High will still be the Most High, whether you accept it or not.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? This is okay. So now we're dealing in the make believe.
In the make believe.
So
you talking about make believe? Are we not on a planet?
I'm giving you straight facts.
Are we not on a planet?
I ain't giving you something
growing through outer space. Are we not on a planet?
Most High.
I said, are we not on a planet orbiting the sun, flying through outer space at a tremendous rate of speed?
From the best evidence we have.
It's a yes or no, dude. I mean, come on. You can best evidence me all you want, but just answer the question, yes or no. Are we on a planet rotating the sun?
I said that's the best evidence that we have. I said that's the best evidence we have.
So you're saying
what
yes.
I'm saying is,
so you're saying yes, we're on a planet. You're saying we are.
No,
on a planet.
I'm saying I'm going with the best evidence that's been presented. Now, if somebody wants to present something,
so what's the answer?
And they can debunk that, then I'm all ears.
No, I mean, so what's your?
I'm all ears.
What's your answer? Are we on a planet floating through space, or are we?
As for what I know, we're on a planet in an area called space, in a galaxy called the Milky Way.
All right, so you believe the Earth is round, right? Right.
From what I have seen, I have never been outside the Earth. I have never observed the Earth from outside of being on the planet, so I couldn't tell you. All I can do is go by what has been presented. Now, if somebody wants to present something that shows the Earth is square, as a square, I'm all in. I'm open for it.
Now check this out.
Show me what you got.
Now check this out. I'm going to say unequivocally, we are on a round planet. We are flying through the cosmos at a tremendous rate of speed. We are rotating the sun, and we have a moon that does not spin on its axis. Yet every other heavenly body we observe spins on its axis. What's up with that?
What does this have to do with women man sharing?
Because it
and
has
living
everything
a
to do
polygamous
with
lifestyle,
people taking responsibility for their actions versus just being a bunch of semi-evolved monkeys or apes or whatever. You know, the way that you grasp your humanity, the way you cling to being a human is not acting or being a beast or even contemplating that's where you come from. Because
we are beasts, dude.
You know, if you believe that you're really a monkey, all right, if you really believe that you're a gorilla or whatever, then you should also believe that it should be possible to make what you come with. No, listen. You should also believe. Okay, if you believe that you're an evolved ape, then that means really when you break it down, you could really fuck an ape, and you're just going back to your roots. You're just laying with the beginning. You're just going back to the original. You know, maybe they'll make a meme. Once you go ape, you won't go human. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, but then you can have a dominant, you know, you can have a harem of apes. I don't think that's illegal. You know, especially if you argue, you know, these are our people. This is where we come from. You know, see how this becomes retarded after a minute? You know what I'm saying? One chick,
are you a mammal or not? Cool. Are you a mammal or not? Are you a mammal?
Am I what? No, I don't believe in
Latin.
Are
you a mammal?
No, I'm not a man. I don't believe in Latin. I don't like using dead languages. I am a human being on planet Earth. My serial number is 5597877.
Mammals, dude.
No.
Human beings are mammals. You are a mammal, period. You're an animal.
Are you?
Now, you can go around and believe in some fairy tale, which you've been saying this crap, emasculating men, which your little fairy that you think created all this bullshit does not do that. That's why I say sometimes you really don't want to go open cans of worms. You don't know what you're talking about.
No.
There's always been more women on this planet than men. It talks about this stuff in the book.
That's impossible because if you evolve from an ape, it has been scientifically proven.
I didn't say we evolved from an ape. I said we are apes. There's 7 different great apes. We're one.
Okay, so hold on. So now you're saying it's cool for a human being to sleep with an ape because, you know, now you're just keeping it in the species.
No, I didn't say that.
No, hold on. Yes, you did. If you said that we are apes and you're saying it's cool, you just said there were 7 apes and we're one of them.
I said there are 7 different great apes and we're one of them.
Okay, so that means you're saying we're apes.
You don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Okay, are we apes?
Simple stuff I learned this stuff about like in the 5th grade.
Let me ask you, son. Are we apes or not?
We are great apes.
Okay, so therefore,
That's a fact.
Okay. Now the whole world heard you. Now, I'm saying because you said that, there's going to be somebody out there. Then they can just sleep with an ape, and there shouldn't be no deal. Because if we're great apes and the other apes are apes, it'd be like a dog sleeping with a dog.
If that's what they want to do, then go do it. I don't give a shit.
I'm saying that's not what a person should do, and I don't advocate that because that's a form of animal abuse. By the way, and if you're listening, Steve,
what does
it has everything to do. Now check this out.
The simple fact that there is not enough men for every woman on this planet to have one man.
Hold on, now
in
wait.
That case,
hold on. How can you use the word man now? How can you after your dissertation? How can you use the word man? They're great apes. So you know now you got to calculate all the apes in the world, put them all in one bucket, and you know. People can just figure it out. That's crazy, man. We are not apes.
Stop, dude. Stop. You need to stop. You sound ridiculous.
You know,
seriously, you sound flat out ridiculous.
Come on, man. You just said every said we are all apes.
You know better than that. You know better than that. Come on. Stop.
We're gonna start this year.
The gas lights is not working. Stop.
We're gonna start this year.
We're not. Stop.
With
we're only going to use reason and logic. I'm not using no emotion.
No,
I'm not using anything else.
It's all logic and reason. It's all logic and reason. You know that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You know that I know what you're doing.
If we're all apes,
that's why you're laughing.
If we're all apes,
stop.
Then it's sort of like
you can go look it up.
I'm not denying. I'm not denying. Listen. If I looked up the meaning of life in the Satanic Bible, you know, I went to that as my authority. I'm sure I'm going to have a skewed outlook.
What does that have to do with there not being enough men on this planet for women?
I think there are, though.
That means somebody.
I don't understand why I don't see the deficit that you see, unfortunately. You know, I mean, I'm just using these divine eyes that I was created with, and I can see things with these divine eyes.
What do you mean?
You know, I don't know that.
It's 200. It's 2 million more black women in this country alone.
Okay.
It's 2 million more black women than black men.
Right.
That's a fact.
Okay. So you're advocating like interracial, like these sisters should go outside the race and get pregnant by men?
No.
What are you saying?
It's not enough men, period.
You're saying,
period.
Hold on, you're trying to say there's not enough white and brown men and Asian men to cover that deficit of black men?
It's more white women. It's white women outnumber white men. Probably at about 3 to 4 to 1.
But you don't have no statistics on that?
It's probably around 4 to 1. For every one white male, it's probably 4 white women.
Okay, so now...
that's a fact.
So then...
White women is the largest population in this country. If you break it down, white women is the largest population in this country.
So what are you saying that is
it's
the problem?
Hold on.
Are you saying the problem with births are just with black women, or the problem with birth with white women, or the problem with birth with all women in general?
I think the whole problem.
Or are you just saying that you just want to have more than one chick?
Thing, it's a lot of stuff that can be contributed. I think, to be honest, it's the food that we eat is sterilizing men and killing eggs.
So you think that?
I'm just being honest.
So you think the solution, but the solution like for the lack of men is for every
STDs.
Well,
people ain't stopped having sex. They're still the STD rates are out the rocket. So people are having sex. They're just not making babies.
Well, a lot of that
they're still screwing. People are still screwing. They're screwing more now than they probably did 30, 40 years ago.
Well, hold on one second.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on one second. Hold on. I had to grab some whiskey real quick. No, what I'm saying is this here, man. You can't, for one, you can't legislate who people are going to sleep with and how they're going to. China tried it, the one baby initiative didn't work out too well.
I'm not saying. What I'm saying is,
hold on, this is the most important part.
Instead of being,
this is the most important part. You can't have more than one piece of the pie, dude. You can't have, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is you want more than one piece of the damn pie, dude. You can't be that greedy. You gotta be like everybody else. Find one, keep it, go on about your business. Unless you convert to being a Mormon. But
let me ask you a question. But what if it's enough for everybody?
Hold on. What happened? Repeat your question. Hello?
You said you can only have your one slice of pie and keep moving, right?
Right.
Ain't that what you said?
That's what I said.
But what if there is enough? But there is enough for you to have 2 slices.
Nope. One slice.
And there is enough.
No.
There is enough.
You asked a question. I'm giving you the answer. You asked a question. I'm giving you the answer. No. Now, get your one piece of pie. And keep it moving.
So you said.
Yeah.
The rest of that pie didn't just sit over there. And
that's none of your concern. That's none of your concern. You be concerned with your one piece of the pie.
It was never meant. It was meant for that man to go back and get that 2 to 3 pieces.
No.
And keep it moving.
No.
And keep it moving.
Because me and my people are going to set up shop, and and you step out. That's it's Inquisition time. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. You get your little chick, make her yours, build your little family, and go on about your business. The rest of it, it's none of your concern.
We ain't nowhere close to those days, though, boy. You tripping. That shit's done. That shit's done. Motherfuckers don't have kids over here, kids over here, kids over here, because all 3 of them different baby mamas go want some dick.
See, that's the problem.
And old Tyrone gonna deliver the goods.
That's all animalistic. And if that one that's wanting it is disease, guess what? Tyrone just got poison, and then whoever he goes and does whatever with, they're put poison right beside him. So one disease can wipe out 5, 6 people right then and there. That's the danger of that type of behavior.
Everything that I just said, everything that I'm saying is going on right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And everything I'm saying is going on as we speak as well.
Why would
there's a
woman,
duality.
Why would a woman
mm-hmm.
why would a woman prefer to be the third baby mama instead of the third wife?
Why would a woman want to be
if the man taking care
why can't she just be the wife?
Taking care of his kids by those other two, if that man is taking care of his third chick he with, third baby mama he with her, if that man is taking care of her plus baby mama number 2
mm-hmm.
and those kids and baby mama number 1 and those kids, the most likely if he's involved in those kids' life, she's gonna ask him for shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantasy. What I hear or see is all these people, all these juices flying around, and a bunch of hate and shit in the air.
That's 3 different relationships. And the majority of men will tell you, most likely if they wanted to, they could probably go screw their baby mom.
Okay,
that's a fact.
But so Kermit Green's, Kermit Forbes Green, that's a fact. That's a relevant fact.
If I call my baby mama up right now, probably in 2 days, I could probably have my dick in her mouth.
But why would you want to even go there? It didn't work out for a reason.
I wouldn't, but I'm saying I could.
But
I know that even if she was with another dude.
Well, once again, then now we're back to sloppy seconds. But now we're back to sloppy seconds. And who wants that? Who wants sloppy seconds?
I'm just saying. No, what I'm saying is that's instead of just being, you're already into these polygamous lifestyles. Why not just bring that shit together? The man got all his kids under one roof, and he can tend to his kids. All of them. They all under one roof. They all get to see.
Yeah, that sounds sweet and fairy tale-ish, but it don't work, and it won't work. And the reason why I can say this,
reaping the benefit.
The reason why there ain't no benefit. The reason why I can say this because if it did work consistently, it would be practiced right now without a second thought. I already told you. It's called disease, and it's called hate, and it's called jealousy. Those women would get in there and hate and jealousy would be flying. Someone steps out of a relationship, a disease is introduced, everyone catches AIDS or whatever and dies. So there's a lot of variables in that relationship.
If the dude, man, please.
What, the dude supposed to be wearing rubbers? Is that what you're trying to say?
You could be in a relationship with one man and one woman, and either one of y'all can step out and get something. That don't mean shit.
Oh, yeah, it does. Multiple people, multiple chances, buddy. Yeah, exponentially the risk gets higher. You know, I mean, I get it, dude.
Why are you so against the man at the moment?
Because let me explain. I'm against bullshit. I'm against shit that is already founded to be false. Shit that hasn't worked traditionally. I'm against it. It's a waste of time. It's an exercise in going back in the past and getting the same result. And it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. And plus, you know, what's up, Big Pimp? Look, the sister wives.
At the end of the day, men are still screwing multiple women.
Yeah, I get you.
At the end of the day,
listen, but at the end of the day, all they're doing is playing themselves. They're just playing themselves.
So maybe what's going on is the men that's doing it are carrying on the tradition, and you're the one trying to break the natural tradition.
No, I'm not breaking shit because once again, whatever these people do.
I say you're trying to.
No, I'm not trying to do shit. Whatever these people do is on them, man. I know for a fact that most people are not multiple sex partners in their marriage or whatever. I know that for a fact. Now, the reason why is because of the fact that with most people marry for more than just this or that. Most people actually marry because they love each other. They marry because they want to have a relationship that's founded in true rock and not some shifty little sand that people's emotions and feelings can mess up, man. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Man, get the fuck out of here. These bitches only marry him for resources, dude. And once that motherfucker is done and she broke him, once she break him, then she gets all with having this shit.
I'm not saying, okay, listen, I'm not saying it's not possible to love multiple women simultaneously. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that there's some true biological factors and there's some true emotional / spiritual factors that ultimately the way that most people have been hardwired today is not going to be conducive to a viable relationship. Most people don't have that sense of sacrifice, because what you're talking about when you talk about this enterprise of marriage, you're talking about someone sacrificing. And traditionally, it's been a woman to sacrifice her dreams to follow the man so he can fulfill his dream. They're supposed to be your helpmate, not just like your date. You know what I'm saying? So, for one, most people don't even understand why they're getting married. You know, I think a lot of people are probably better off not getting married or going to this legal contract. But you got to understand, without that contract, you're really hurting yourself.
Hold on. Who's sacrificing? Who's sacrificing?
It's a marriage thing. You got to be married to understand. I can't explain it to the uninitiated.
Who's sacrificing?
I can't explain it to the
uninitiated.
I can't explain it, man.
Because according to the marriage laws in this country, women ain't sacrificing shit.
Why would you say that?
What the fuck is she sacrificing?
Her body, her dreams, her life in general. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I mean, when you think about it, you know.
If you and your wife laying in the bed and some nigga come in the house with a pistol, who you think she's gonna expect to go down there and handle that shit? It ain't gonna be her. It's gonna be your ass.
Right. Listen.
So, like I said, who's sacrificing?
The context is for we're talking about the corporation of the family here. We're talking about, is it in the kids, or is it in your spiritual best interest, or is it in your political best interest? See, there's all kinds of reasons why people get married. Some people get married for religious reasons. Some people get married for economic reasons. Some people get married just because their girlfriends or boyfriends are all married and they just want to be in that clique. All right. So for one, we can't just say everyone marries for X reason. What? Well, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen more than once. Some people get multiple married because they don't know, you know, they can't really, they probably, in all fairness, shouldn't be married. You know, they're people like you're talking about, people who want to be, people who want to have multiple people. But see, they don't be telling people about their activities, but they always get busted. You know, truth always comes out. So therefore, look, this is the way you never go into a marriage pretending to be somebody that you're not. You go into the marriage, be the real person that you are, that you're not going to change from, and allow this person to accept the real person that you are not. Because if you don't, you really are being disingenuous with yourself. You never change yourself to be liked. Be yourself to be loved.
So what do you do when you wake up one morning and be like, I'm done?
Well, then guess what? The motherfucker's done. There's nothing you can do. What, cry? I guess you could cry. You can sit there and beg. But no, there's nothing you can do.
With half your aspects.
You know what? Too bad, too sad, Charlie. Too bad, too sad. I mean, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Sit there and start crying? You know? No, the bullshit was not vetting whoever the fuck you was vetting. You know, the bullshit was not, if the money's that damn important, is not getting married to begin with to, you know, keep your assets. That's the thing. Now, the reality is this. If you don't vet, and you want to act crazy, you know, you want to play the game, be Mr. Pimp dirty, check it out. At the end of the day, you're just playing yourself, because this chick will move on, with half your stuff and maybe a little more. If she has, you know, all the children and all that good stuff, and the only thing you're going to have at the end of the day is your so-called freedom to do whatever. But hopefully you utilize your freedom to make more money. And the next chick you get, you vet, you make sure that's really real, and you build a family that's strong as steel. Because these chicks ain't playing games out here. They're not playing games, young man.
I'm gonna say something, because obviously this dude is just I'm gonna say tonight you are pro-feminist.
I'm a what? I'm a pro-feminist.
Say you are very pro-feminist. But what I'm saying is, if you're a young guy, you just heard what he said. This is why you go, Nick.
See, once again, you know, like all cults, MGTOWs would be made out to show, you know, that's just a road to homosexuality. No, you just be a strong man, dude.
Learn to make your philosophy and implement that shit
yes.
in your life. And then that way, you ain't got to worry about losing your kids.
But now check this out. Now check this out. Albert says it right. This has come from the corporation, showing them the benefit of divorce. The lawyer's getting paid. The judge is getting paid. All the legal people processing paperwork is getting paid. You know, everybody's getting paid except for the guy. You know, he's not getting paid in most cases. Now, there's some cases where women are actually the target of this that we're talking about as well. But the thing is, guys, once again, you're not vetting the people that you're choosing to lay with correctly. And the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
You better hope I don't never get to play this back to you.
What's that? What do you mean play?
Everything you just said, I'm saying you better hope I never get to play this audio back to you.
I mean, this audio's going live to the internet. Surely you can bring your phone down and open up the video.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, listen.
What I'm saying is, I hope I never have to play these words back to you.
I mean, now check this out. Sometimes you got to grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you got to grab the bull by the tail. Sometimes you don't have to grab the bull at all. You know, the thing about it is, if you have that perspective in your mind, and this is what this whole year is about. It's our perspective. And damn it, we're going to change our perspective this year so that we can get to where we need to be. The problem is that when you have all these people doing all their little Mickey Mouse stuff out here, you're always are going to have those that try to cheat the system. Now, my whole point of view, you know, my whole thing is we need to not cheat the system, but just vet our people. Vet the people that you're interacting with. There is nothing wrong with not interacting with people who don't really G with you. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care how cute or how handsome or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, if the people do not connect with you spiritually, irregardless to what Dimebag's talking about, people being apes and monkeys and shit, you're really just a child of God. Whether you want to accept this fact or not, that's up to you. But if you do not hang with people who are not on your level, you're going to not only hurt yourself, but you're going to really limit yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hey, okay, my bad. Hey, good Green's gonna come in the second too.
But okay, that's fine.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know, I mean, look.
Just go ahead, man.
No, it's all good. It's good. It's good. I'm just, you know, just rapping to the young people, man. That's what I'm talking about. But look, you know, my whole thing is this here. How you know that that it's not about feelings or it's not about emotions, that it truly is this rational matter of fact, just look at history and then look at where we're at, is because I have zero emotional level on this topic. I mean, totally zero. Because of the fact that, once again, if you don't like green peas, you're eating peas in your little dinner, and you put your hand over your eyes, oh my God, I'm eating everything, but those peas aren't there, and you take your hands off your eyes, and you see the fucking peas on the plate, and you go nuts, all right? That's your problem. The peas are always going to be there. You're always going to have people that don't go along with the grade, that don't fit in with the meal.
Wait a minute. Like, I'm totally lost. Like, my whole train of thought is gone.
Well, that's good. That means we change your perspective. It's all about changing your perspective. No. Yes, it is.
Changed my perspective.
We did.
You didn't change my perspective. I just lost my train of thought.
Thus, changing your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Your mental mind has changed. You're not on the same wavelength. You've moved. You evolved. What's up? Can you hear me over there? Or am I muted?
No, he can hear you.
All right. Hey, Mr. Green, Good Greens, we were sitting here talking about MGTOW issues, Brother Dimebag over there, a very rigid MGTOW type guy, very passionate, I would say, about his MGTOW beliefs. What are your thoughts on female and male interaction?
I don't know, what type of interaction? What do you mean?
In the realm of children and marriage. I mean, do you think it's better to vet a chick and then decide where you want to have kids with her, or do you think you should just jump into it, irregardless of what type of chick you're jumping into it with?
I think it all depends on the individual. Me personally, I would want to know what I'm jumping into, but it don't even matter, because even they can switch even after they had a baby. So you really don't know a person until you know that person.
So I mean, you wouldn't consider yourself MGTOW-ish, would you? Or, I'm pro human being myself.
I would rather get to know a man, know everything about it even before I get to marrying them for real. So I don't want even. Kids normally come a little bit later, but I don't even try to jump to marry no chick either.
Right. And you're smart not to. Listen, there's only two types of chicks out here for real. There's the chicks that are about you, and then there's chicks that are not about you. For real, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, but what does this have to do with man sharing? Because of the
once again, man, get out. Man, you got to get out of this porno mode that you're in, man. Not everybody's going to be down with this whole gumbo. Put some chicken in here and beef and all this, man. Not everybody's on that freak tip. A lot of people, seriously, straight up. And I didn't believe it until I matured, dude. But a lot of people ain't on that freak tip, dog. They're just not. I hate to bust your bubble. It's a great fantasy. Hell, there's $1 billion porn industry that makes movies about them constantly. But in reality, it don't pop off like that. It just don't. I'm sorry. It just don't. And I'm being real. Man, look, Mr. Good Green, you've been on this nutball for a hot minute. How many average brothers from around the way, sitting there with 4 or 5, basically wives that is exclusively his up in the crib?
I didn't never say
And the silence is telling. The silence tells it all. If it was really cracking like that, you'd be like, oh, no, hold on, True. I know this cat over here. I know this cat over here. So that's what it is.
Who said that? Who said that?
I said that. I said it. You don't have to say it. You wouldn't have said it because it doesn't go along with your... It doesn't go along with the program. Of course you wouldn't say that. I said it. But nobody could say nothing to contradict it. So we had to keep the conversation moving. Everybody knows why I said it's real. I don't know nobody with 4 or 5 chicks living in a house. They're claiming to be married. I don't know no Mormons. What happened?
Hey, you would. I mean, because you gotta think about it, right? If it happens somewhere else, dog. If it wasn't so much against the law, man, it will happen here. It will. I mean, you can say what you want and think how you want, man. But if it wasn't such against the law, that should have happened here.
But the point is,
because it happened over. It happened over because
the Mormons.
It even happened overseas. Come on, man.
The Mormons were literally ran.
It happened now. They just argue over each other and fight over on social media over the same dude.
Right.
If they was all married to him and had all the benefits, they wouldn't be fighting over them. That's right. Join them together. They live in a polygamy lifestyle with no benefits. Yeah, and if they knew they was getting the benefits, they wouldn't do all the fighting.
That's the problem. There is no benefit in sloppy seconds, though. You know, the benefit there's no benefits there, or else once again, listen, fellas. I get what you're saying. Of course, to the guy in your mind, you say you have the benefit of having this chick or this chick or this chick this night. But in practicality, in practice, all it takes is one female or male in this whatever multi-person situation to either step out, get jealous, become homicidal, and your little cakewalk turns into a nightmare pretty damn quick. That's all I'm saying. Now, you can sit here and be, oh, no, that's just bullshit. We just took away the laws, you know. Those chicks will never get jealous. Them dudes will never get jealous. But I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Be for real about this shit. Because your wife going to be like watching this shit.
No, she don't. No, for real. My wife don't even watch the show. She doesn't even watch the show. I can say whatever I want. But I'm just saying the truth.
This is already going on. That's what I'm saying, dude. They are already living a polygamous lifestyle with no benefits. If a nigga got multiple chicks, if a nigga got multiple baby mamas, what the fuck? And even with the dude, it's like, until you gotta look at it, bro. But where we at, dog, all you gotta do is have this dude with some bread. They already know they sure, as long as they benefit from the shit, they're not going to be tripping because they don't want to be the one ass up because it's so easy.
But brothers, we got names for chicks like that. They're called whores. Everybody knows who they are. I mean, this isn't. Oh no, hold on. If you sit here and say this chick's really sleeping with dude just for money, just for economic gains, that's a whore. They've been there for a hot minute. You know, and why? It's straight up. Why would a guy, seriously, why would you want a chick to be with you just because you have paper? Why would you want that?
Because it happens. Because, you know, I mean, evidently they do, but you going through how you think, not by how they think. You got to put yourself in their shoes. If they're doing it, it's a reason why they doing it. Maybe they just doing it because they want. That's all they want. Like, look, I'm gonna drop you some little bread and you go about your business. It's a partnership. You're not thinking of the partnership aspect of it. You're thinking of all this lovey-dovey shit. Man, everything ain't about love like that, bro. People don't even get married for love all the goddamn time. So
right.
Shit, it ain't even about no more love. Just because y'all in love and doing all that shit, that's one in every, I don't know. But shit, every relationship ain't like that, bro.
Once again, that's why I said. That's
one of these niggas, after they didn't got the nigga, they got the bread, they divorced them, now they get Alan Harper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get Alan Harper, dog. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying, is that, for one, nobody's relationship is typical. Everybody has their own shit. What works for you might not work for the next man. What works for the next man might not work. But I will agree with you. I think the government should remove the laws out of the relationship aspect of it altogether. They don't have the reason or the right to dictate behavior like that. Now, once again, I will advocate, you know, we still should have laws about beating people down or murdering people and all that, assault and battery. But when it comes to interactions between each other, especially in a, you know, like, for in other words, we never should have had the same-sex marriage act. That never should have been allowed to happen. Not because anybody's for it or against it, but because by the government doing it, it's demonstrating that it has power to do that. And I'm saying it doesn't have power to say that a man can get married, or a woman and a man can get married.
But the only way they could have prevented them, they would have had to go change the Constitution, because the way the Constitution reads, that a man and a woman are allowed to get married. It didn't say that only a man and a woman can marry each other.
Where does it say that in the Constitution? Where does it say that in the U.S. Constitution?
It does say in the Constitution. That's why it was legal, because if you read what it says, it doesn't say only a man and a woman can marry each other. It say a man and a woman can marry. It doesn't say like married to whom.
What are you talking? No, the same sex bill that passed says a man and a man can marry. That was the reason why.
There wasn't no law passed for gay people to get married.
Oh my God! So you're trying to say the shit that Obama passed? You're trying to say the shit that the same-sex marriage act or whatever?
There were never no gay marriage laws passed to allow gay people to get married. There were no laws passed. Oh. The Supreme Court can't even make laws. There were no laws passed. They were being stopped from getting married because it was two women or two men, and the marriage was traditional between a man and a woman. But according to the Constitution, it doesn't say that a man can only marry a woman or a woman can only marry a man. It just says a man and a woman can marry. It doesn't say to whom. That's why it was made legal for them to get married.
No, what I'm saying is this bill that Barack Obama passed in his administration.
Obama didn't no gay marriage bills. There have never ever been any gay marriage bills passed to allow gay people to get married. Period. That's fact. That is fact. Now, I can criticize. Don't think I'm not an Obama fan. I can criticize him on many things, but that is a lie.
What is a lie?
Other stuff you can criticize the man on.
I'm not criticizing. Once again, it wasn't a criticism. It was just bringing out the fact that the government had to go and take it upon themselves to give a legal definition of marriage. That's my only point. I can give fuck who actually did it. I'm just saying it was done.
The only thing that the Constitution reads is a man and a woman can marry. It doesn't say to whom. It say they can marry. It doesn't say who they can marry. It just says they are allowed to marry.
What I want to ask you guys though, now that
you can't tell them they can't marry each other because it is a violation against the Constitution.
Now that homosexual marriages or whatever is a thing, when in terms of MGTOW, does MGTOW even address the homosexual question? Does it address how do dudes? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm trying to ask for behalf of the listeners so that people can understand what it really means. Like, if you have two MGTOWs and they get married and then they get divorced or whatever, is there an avenue to where one don't go after the other's money?
What?
Okay, you know that when people get married, typically they're scared of losing the resources during the divorce or whatever. In the MGTOW world, if two MGTOWs got married and they divorce afterwards for whatever reason, is there some sort of deal in the bylaw saying that you won't go after the other dude's money?
Probably not going to get married. If they meet, so they probably not going to get married.
I mean, even if it's like a beneficial to both parties, like what's that one movie with what's his face? That one had to get health care and shit. Oh my God, I forget the name of the movie. But basically, Chuck and Bill or some shit, they marry each other just so that they can get health insurance. I mean, it could be for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, hold on. Let me get this back into focus. We don't know about I don't know about the gay laws either. I was trying to ask. Yeah, we're still alive. If people had questions for you up in the chat room, But nobody, you know, I was trying to ask you guys, and you didn't answer. You know what I'm saying?
Ask me what?
You know, there were like, marriage, was it sacred or not? This is a question they're asking you. Those in power mating. Yeah.
I think it's just a fad.
You think it's just a fad? A fad that's been going on for how many thousands of years now? I mean, at what point does a fad stop being a fad?
I just think people do it just to be doing it.
We don't know about no gay laws.
They just do it just to be doing it. Look at the divorce rate, bro. That's self-explanatory, man.
Well, actually, if you look at the study that Susan Brown, she is a professor of sociology out of the University of fucking Ohio. Just 2 months ago, actually, the divorce rate's down below 10%. Yeah, so things change.
Hold up, bro. You know what? You know what they said about that too? It's because of the reason is that less people that they're waiting longer to get married too.
Well, think about this. Less people are getting married, but a lot of the people that drove up the divorce rate in the 80s and 70s and 90s were multiple divorcees. That means this bitch would get out of one relationship, get in another, few years, divorce again, get in another, few years. Sort of like when they talk about the fucking unemployment. Yes, unemployment's down because so many people are not even looking for work. So they're not even calculating to the unemployment dynamics anyhow. But once again, when you look out here in life, I just want you brothers to name me one person. Name me one person, brothers, who's not married and they are successful. Name me one person that's not married and they're extremely successful.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just one. No, just name one. If there's so many, just one. Just name one.
Name one. Name
one.
What are your that you deem as successful?
Okay, what is your ideal of success? Okay, let's say so. No, hold on. Somebody who's worth $7 million. Someone's worth over $7 million. Let's just say generic success, or should I lower that to $1 million?
I would just say that Elon Musk, he runs through women like fucking like bottled water.
Okay, so you say he's successful, and you know he obviously, you know, would you say that he's MGTOW, Elon Musk?
No, because he be marrying chicks like every other year.
Wait. So now, hold on, stop. Then how the hell can you talk about Elon Musk? I said, name me somebody who hasn't been married and they're successful. And then you're like, he married somebody each other year. Now, come on, hit me with somebody that haven't been married and they're successful. That's some divorcee.
Is it before they became successful or after they became successful? Yeah, because you got to look at it. A lot of them become successful and they get married afterwards, but a lot of them.
Okay, either or. Name me somebody either or. Somebody who's
Look at all these little people that got money now, man. Like the little kids, like with the Facebook dude and all them. This dude was making bread before he was married. He just got married like 6 years ago. You mean tell me he had bread before 6 years ago?
Okay, once again though, name me somebody who is successful and they're not married. I'm just saying, you guys keep on throwing out these people, and then you're like, in the next breath, yeah, he do got married, blah blah blah. You know, I'm just saying, just name me. The reason I'm throwing this out there, guys, just so that you start seeing them perspective. That damn, you know, I can't really name somebody who's really perspective, and they're not married, because marriage and success are synonymous in this society. It's not. These aren't my rules. I'm just bringing them to your attention.
What about the gay people that's not married that's successful?
Who?
That's men and women. You just said success. There's a lot of men and women.
I just asked you to name me one, but I didn't hear no names being dropped, so I just, you know, decided to move along the conversation.
When we did drop the name, you act like you didn't hear it, and you didn't even say if it was, because you didn't say do they still got to be successful and just never get married or haven't been married before. They could be married and do it now. So does that count as not being married? This guy's
Yes, no, that counts as being married. That counts as being married. You're just divorced. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about someone who's never been married, rise to a high level of success. Huh?
Dude, we already told you Mark Zuckerberg has billions of dollars.
No, you said Elon Musk. You didn't say shit about Zuckerberg. You said Elon Musk. No, Elon Musk didn't count because in the next sentence you said he was married every other week or whatever. And I'm like, no, someone. So Zuckerberg's never been married. Zuckerberg's not married right now. He hasn't been married, huh?
He's married now, but he was already a billionaire before he got married. So you say he wasn't successful then?
No. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is you never see anybody go out making this paper and not get married. It's the ultimate point I want you to see. You know what I'm saying? Because people get money, they get resources to either get married or to shore up their marriage that they already got. It's what I'm trying to get you guys to see. But I should have came at it a different way. Not being shot, not in jail. That is true, Big Killer. What?
Hold on, bro. Here you go. Jack Dorsey, an American billionaire bachelor. Come on, bro. There's so many of them, dog.
Oh, come on, man. I know you just had to Google that right now. Don't play no games with me.
People that's not married and got billions, bro. So your point is just like, just retarded. You just knew that on air we might not know nobody. Maybe fucking Google app. We can Google this shit.
You know, listen, if it was that common, you wouldn't have to Google it. That's all I'm saying. If it was truly that common, you know, y'all didn't have to Google shit about those whores. You guys knew about the whores like that. You know.
I don't have any billionaires and billionaires in my circle. So I will have to Google it. I want to got 1 billionaire person.
Oh, stop. We all do. You know Judge Joe Brown. You know.
We all don't. Okay, just because they follow him on these social medias and really think they know him, they don't know these motherfuckers. I don't know one.
What? Who's another?
I don't know now. One motherfucking rich motherfucker.
What?
I know people that probably get money, but I don't know no millionaires and billionaires. I know somebody might got $1 million lawsuit, but that don't make you a millionaire because you got $1 million lawsuit. So you gotta get that check. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I think when you really look into it, you know, you might have an uncle out there or a cousin that has a lot of money. You know, my whole thing is, you know, whether you have a lot of money or not is kind of irrelevant. What's important is that you have the sense to utilize the money correctly, and you just don't fuck it up and do stupid shit. You know, like for instance, you know, are you guys Trump fans at all? Do you consider Donald Trump your president? Good green.
Hey, that's like taking $1 million. I keep on telling you.
What's that? No, I'm at. Yeah. So you see, this is what I'm talking about. See, a lot of people will assume just because you guys are MGTOW that you don't have any conservative, you know, ideals. You know what I'm saying? And you just illustrate there perfectly that Trump has made America, quote unquote, great again.
He ain't man and having multiple women is a conservative thing.
No one's. Listen, we get it, man. We get it. You wanna juice down more than one chick at a time. I get it. Everyone's been there. You know. Listen, it's a fantasy. It's not going to happen in this lifetime unless you convert to being a Mormon. Convert to being a Mormon and you can get yourself what you want.
No, that's the whole one man, one woman thing is something that was an idea that was brought up and it's been ingrained in there. If that whole thing was one man, one woman, it'd be
Do you believe in the Antichrist? I believe in the Antichrist in the respect that when you look at the doctrine and you look at everything, you can see that it is basically coming to fruition, just like the Bible says. You know, we're moving to the point to where we're going to have microchips in every fucking body. We're moving to the point to where we really are going to have the one global government, where you want to accept this fact or not. And obviously, you know, it's pretty anti-Christian atmosphere out here. So Antichrist popping up to rule everything really ain't hard to believe at all. You know? I mean, do you guys have anything to add about the Antichrist? Do you two believe in the Antichrist at all?
I thought Obama was.
He would only be half anything. I mean,
I thought that was Obama.
No, Obama wasn't the Antichrist. Nor was Bush. Nor was Clinton. Nor was Bush Sr. Nor was Reagan. No, honestly, Antichrist has to be a kinsman of the Muslim and the Jewish communities. I mean, that's just what, you know, the scripture says. But, you know, I tell you one thing. If there is an Antichrist out there, I tell you this much. He's MGTOW. He's totally MGTOW. What's up?
Hey, how many wives did Moses have?
I don't know. How many wives does Moses have? Tell me, how many? How many?
Wives did Abraham have?
I don't know. You never even told me how many wives Moses have. I'm still waiting for that answer. Come on.
You the one talking about stuff in the scripture, so I figured you would know the scriptures.
No, but I just want you to move along your point. Now, what? Because I'm hearing a bunch of, we're going back to multiple chicks things here because Moses had multiple chicks. Well, I'm not speaking on. I'm not speaking on your. How?
What scripture says about this stuff.
Hold on. Now look at this. Wild monkeys with herpes virus, fatal to humans that are mating like crazy.
How many wives did Abraham have?
Once again, I'm not gonna. I asked you to answer the question. What's the question?
Was Moses not God's right-hand man? Did Moses obey God's command when God told him to go kill the people? He told Moses to take the army and go handle that. Did Moses go do that? How many wives did the man have?
I'm asking you once again. How many wives did they have? I mean, didn't you? Hold on now. Didn't you read this? So tell us how many wives he had. No, you're the one brought it up. I said no, I don't know. And you're like, wasn't good enough. So you're like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, so if you have the answer, just share the answer. You don't have to be like, oh. If I don't know what? Because I'm talking to people in the chat room. I'm talking to people in the chat room and answering their legitimate questions and not set up questions. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. We know your set up questions. How many? No. How many? Your biblical trivia scam. That's what it is, man. Listen. I've been the first one to always say your spirituality should not come from a book and should not come from a pamphlet. Your spirituality should come from your heart and knowing what is right from wrong. Now, if a person can't do that, if they don't have a religious compass, well, then, yeah, I guess they probably shouldn't dabble in religious ideologies or places. But the reality is that if you don't have a foundation on anything, you know, now, fortunately, Dimebag, your foundation for you is science. That's your religion. The next man could be a Muslim. The next man could be a Christian. The next man can be, you know, because we all know that with science, it takes faith. It takes faith to believe that the Big Bang happened. There's really no proof. It takes faith to believe that for instance, science says that The Egyptian pyramids were not made by black folks. You know that's what science says. Mainstream science says that black folks did not make the pyramids. Is that true? Is it? See, I think that black folks did make the pyramid. I think black folks created a bunch of stuff, and science is man-made, unfortunately. But there's truth to science. Dimebag, are you there? All right. No, I'm not inciting nobody. I'm not inciting the audience. It's just the flow of humanity, man. It's not me. This is what the people want. And we're just floating through. Now, you know, now when you okay, but now when you look at it, right? Now this goes back to the chick issue right here. I want you to see this. If you guys can jump on the internet, check this out. Wild monkeys with herpesvirus, fatal to humans, are mating like crazy in Florida. Now, if people were monkeys, see, monkeys can get herpes, apparently. So can humans. All right? So if you evolved from monkeys and you fuck around with apes, it's right here on It's right here on the Florida research. It was warning of monkeys. Killer herpes isn't stopped these monkeys from mating. You know, hold on, let me pull up this video. I'm telling you, bestiality's sick, dude. You know, and that's what evolution is suggesting. If you can't get a human spouse, well, fuck it. This de-evolve, go back to the basics. And I think that's pretty sick. You know, I'm not going to be one to advocate man-animal relationship. And people can say I'm wrong for that. But you know what? You're not going to call me? It's a fucking enabler for bestiality. That's just some sick shit.
No, they gonna say that you get your ass kicked in this argument and all you just say bullshit.
Oh, stop, man. Hold on.
Escape Room Thursday.
Hold on. Here's the article.
More than 2 million people with syphilis, gonorrhea, or chlamydia in 2016.
Now, this is why.
Mayo Clinic infectious diseases specialist Dr. Stacy Rizza says that number is alarming.
We do know that younger people who are sexually active tend to be at a slightly higher risk.
Dr. Rizza says riskier sexual...
Now, monkeys and apes and children of God. This is your scientists telling you this. This is your scientists telling you right now that if you go out here and you sit here screwing this person, hold on. Let's see what the scientist has to say yet again. Now, this is scientists. Hold on.
2 million people with syphilis, gonorrhea, or chlamydia in 2016, a record high. Mayo Clinic infectious diseases specialist Dr. Stacy Rizza says that number is alarming.
We do know that younger people who are sexually active tend to be at a slightly higher risk.
Dr. Rizza says riskier sexual behavior, like having multiple sex partners and not using barrier protection during sex, put...
Oops. What did they just say, scientist? Like I said, man, you don't have to go to these fucking books. You don't have to fucking just use common sense. You know, you're sitting here sleeping with this one, and somebody has a disease, you're done. You're done. Now you can be like, oh, that's just science and it don't make sense, you know, because it goes against, you know, your little fantasy. But you gotta realize this is some real business out there, man. So how do you deal with those scientific stats?
In-house, if he was married, he wouldn't have to worry about fucking all the randoms. He could just fuck Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He could name them all that. He could just say, your name is Monday, your name is Tuesday. And he gonna know where that pussy been every time, boy.
But
that's what you just do that point. That he should be able to marry more than one.
No, listen. Hold on. Let's show you yet again. Hold on. Listen to what this. Now, this ain't my words. This ain't my words. This here's the scientist. Now, listen to him once again. Hold on.
with syphilis, gonorrhea, or chlamydia in 2016, a record high. Mayo Clinic infectious diseases specialist Dr. Stacy Rizza says that number is alarming.
We do know that younger people who are sexually active tend to be at a slightly higher risk.
Dr. Rizza says riskier sexual behavior, like having multiple sex partners and not using barrier protection during sex, puts people at risk for sexually transmitted infections. It's unclear whether or not the rise of dating apps and younger people having sexual relationships with...
See, that's the problem, you know, and yeah, no, I'm just saying. I can't do it. I didn't do the study. I just found the study and I pulled it up. You know what I'm saying? I can only use my observing of the situation. You know. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Humans, we're all at risk of a bunch of different pathogens at all times. All right. So therefore,
having sex with animals. Our audience is not that group of audience. So why are you even playing that stuff?
For one, that what I just played had nothing to do with animals. What I just played was coming from the CDC. It was issuing a warning. It should be for limited sexual transmission of MCV or MCHV1. And they're talking about the dangers of using these sexual rendezvous apps. They're talking about the danger of being promiscuous in general. And this right here is nothing about bestiality. This here is about kids in Florida down there doing things and making out. And, you know, it's pretty sad. It's really sad in this day and age that we have to put out this type of information, these type of articles, just to get people to be like, you know what, maybe it's a bad idea to be going from this chick to this chick to this chick to this chick. Maybe that's not the normal way of being. And I'm telling you straight up, it's not. I mean, you can take it for what it is, you know, oh, I'm just an old fuddy-duddy, you know, set in the old ways, blah, blah, blah. But when you go out here and try to live the new way and you catch a damn disease and die, that's called natural selection, and that's where me and evolution totally agrees. Either you learn from past mistakes, or you're destined to do the same thing over and over. You know, no, I'm absolutely saying, and unfortunately, if you did not vet the woman correctly, unfortunately, you will get a woman, and she will cheat on you, and she will bring you a disease, and then the next thing you know, unfortunately, you'll be dead. And I hate that. I hate thinking that people are like that. What? What are you guys talking about?
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, you flip that little bad shit, you be like, man, don't tell my wife.
Oh my God. So now when we look at these things and we see what it ultimately boils down to. And I think this is what it ultimately boils down to. And I think everybody will agree. Either you're going to be a man of your word and you're going to keep your word, or you're not. It's just that simple. Either you're going to be a man of your word or you're not. Now, I mean, I know it's hard to be like, man, man, that sounds so weak. Get out of here, man. I'm not even talking to the females. I'm talking about to the dudes. And that's so weak. What about her words? Man, so you're hold on. You're holding females up to the same standard as men. Are you holding females up to the same standard as men?
No.
So you're not holding females up to the same standard as men?
No.
Well, I am.
She said that she shouldn't bring anything to the table. You're gonna marry a woman with no qualities, no nothing?
No, I just said that you first. I'm saying before I can get to that part of the discussion, first we got to deal with the men. First, we got to get the men on the same page. Either you gotta be a man of your word and keep your word, or you're not. Or you're not. That's all that there is. Now, after that, marriage is neither here nor there. See, the reason why I don't normally do relationship shows is because nobody wants to handle the truth. They can't understand or comprehend the truth. All right. Now, there's a saying for people who can't, understand normal thinking. If you can't understand normal thinking in civilized society, you're called a cunt. It's CUNT. Can't understand normal thinking. Now, it's very important. It's totally important for us to recognize that if we don't get this thing right, if we don't get the society right, if we keep on going down this decadent, ungodly, unspiritual path, the only thing waiting for us collectively at the end of this unholy rainbow is death and destruction. Now, I'm going to leave the show tonight with that. I want you all to think about that. And I want to thank both Brother Good Green and Brother Dimeback for being on the show. But I just want you all to think about this one thought. Either you're true to yourself and you stand on what you stand on, or you're a fake ass fool. That's all I got to say. If you guys got anything to say?
Yeah, man, who the hell you think you are? Man, this ain't no damn Dr. Phil, man. What the hell you got an outgoing thing? Man, they say I'm a
Well, obviously, they're getting excited because they're, unlike us who are landlocked, these two brothers gets to travel all over the fucking place and have terrific adventures. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they can get out without having to be worried about being lynched, without having to be worried about being stopped by crooked ass police that want to hurt them, without having to be worried about some racist coming up talking crazy. I'm so happy. And I think even they have to agree that it's because we live in a civilized society. I mean, but it wasn't always like that, though. It wasn't always like that. There was a time where black folks had to really worry about where they went due to factors of death and destruction. But because we had... Well, it's not as bad, or else y'all wouldn't be... You know what I'm saying? Come on, work with me. Shit. It ain't that bad now. We're doing better. We're doing...
If he was able to have more than one wife, he could have one chicken when nobody fuck with him.
Well,
it's a lot of benefits in polygamy.
I mean, listen, you got to understand there's only one type or two types of, there are actually two types of polygamy. One where it's male dominated, the other one where it's female dominated. Now, I don't think anybody here would argue. I mean, most of the men that listen to this show obviously will argue the female or the male dominant polygamy. But now I think that a lot of us would have a problem. See, like for instance, all right, brothers. Now, wouldn't you two have a problem with sharing a chick? Like say that you went up there tonight, you grabbed a whore off the street, and I'm assuming one of you guys go first, but when the second guy, exactly, no, I'm saying it's late at night. No, I'm saying it's late at night. All right, but the whole point is you don't want to do that anyways, right? So if you don't want to do that, why do you think a woman deep down would want to share a dude with another chick?
They do because they already doing it.
No. Let's be real now. Let's be real. The only chicks that are doing that are trifling fucking whores, dude. The fucking bisexual whores that like to be with women and men. And the only reason why they're with dudes, like for instance, if you and your woman could fuck together, you best believe she could fuck without you. That's just reality. And I know that's a hard reality, but you got to understand, if you cannot control one, then what the fuck you think you can control the many? If you can't control one hoe, what do you think you can control multiple hoes? And once again, there is a difference, and this is part of maturity. All right, and when you get there, you'll see there's a difference between a whore, a woman, and a lady. There's a difference. There's all types out there, and there's a mix of them all too as well. But you got to understand, you know, you got to get past, I guess, just the junior high Mickey Mouse game of it all, and see that there truly is a way for you to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? With your assets, because I'm hearing you. You know, a lot of your concerns is about the assets, and I get it. But not all chicks are nasty like that. Some chicks actually do prefer to be with just one dude. And some dudes actually prefer just to be with one chick. It really makes life a hell of a lot easier than all the rhythm and roll.
Of course, they probably would like to be with one dude, but what you're not understanding is not enough men for that to make that possible.
Okay, now we're back to that phony statistics. You know, once again, not all men are even in the game. Not all men. You just I know.
That makes the pool of men even smaller.
Well, hold on, guys. But there's also, once again, it's not just a one-way street. Not every chick's in the game either. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't necessarily balance itself out. You got to look at reality. The reality is right now we got this planet, plenty of people on it. Plenty. And the overwhelming majority of relationships is a man and woman.
And the majority of the people on this planet are female.
Oh, okay, well,
male.
You know,
male, female.
And I guess we're at the end, guys. All right, this has been the start of 2019. Yeah, and honestly, this is a very typical show. We normally don't even talk about relationships or things of this nature, but that's good. It's good to be off the comfort zone. The stocks are up, and you know, all I can say is join us next Friday for the other morning show. Hopefully I will have a representative from the International Peace Movement. That's Father Divine's group. I've been talking to them on the Facebook, but we're very excited about this year, looking to do great things. Of course, we're bringing back the Feed the Homeless campaign again. If you want to donate on Patreon, TruePowerIsMine, absolutely a portion of those donations absolutely goes to feeding the homeless and doing outreach, things of that nature. And more importantly is, you know, this year we're going to really focus on showing you sites of St. Louis that you might not have even known existed. So join us this coming year. If you feel the need to reach down that wallet and throw some money this way so that we can facilitate this thing and expedite it even faster, absolutely. You know, look, I just want you all to know that we at the Other Morning Show and Special Report are here for you. We're here to bring you the truth that you're going to need to make critical, decisive, and insightful decisions. Now, I would never just give you any bullshit or some feel-good slap shit. It's always going to be uncomfortable. It's always going to be the truth that you need to hear, but you might not want to hear. And the matter of the facts, and these are just the facts, when you look at most successful people, indeed, you're going to find them married. And you're going to find them married to only one person. Also, when you look at successful athletes or successful artists or successful singers, you're typically going to find them, except for the athletes now, but the singers and artists, also married as well. And what did I say about the athletes? Why I put them off to the side is because typically you'll find that most athletes are single until they get to the professional level, and then boom, magically, lucky charms, they get married. So with that being said, you know, I just want to say once again, thank you, Mr. Good Green. Thank you, Diamondback Darley. Thank you to all the subscribers. I want to give a shout out to Cobra Immortal. Shout out to Corn Sutton. Karen Chester, Jimmy Blakely, John Lear, of course, Professor Griff, and all the other wonderful and terrific guests we had on last year. Rhonda, Rocky Harper, Mark from Anaheim. Thank you all, guys. You know, hopefully I can get Mimi Miller. She is a surfer as well. I've been checking out her stuff on YouTube. Haven't, you know, made contact, but hopefully we can get her on the show, and she can give us. She can start chipping away at the stereotypical black woman in surfing and all that good stuff. You know, but once again, I just want to let everyone know, wherever life finds you or wherever you find yourself in life, just remember you are a divine child of the Most High. With that being said, this has been the Other Morning Show. I'm TruePowerIsMine. Dimebag, you're there? Dimebag was there. I guess they're doing something. I don't know. But later.